Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. And tonight, we'll see the Golden State Warriors. They'll go up against the Dallas Mavericks. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and two Hall of Famers. Doris Burke here at the table, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Thank you, Kevin. In this era of player empowerment, it's often the star's prerogative to change teams. And so often, they choose the destination markets. For the small market teams, that leaves one option. Draft your superstar and build around him quickly. Because, guys, that clock is ticking faster than ever.
It always does. Thank you, DA. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. You take a look at the Warriors. They're second in the conference and looking to finish strong heading into the playoffs. And, of course, the Mavericks, just a few spots below there.
And seeing where the Warriors are, they've come through for their fans this season. All the optimism surrounding them, all the high hopes, all proved to be legit.
Well, how about the momentum they have built to get off to this fantastic start? All positive vibes right now for this group.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. They've got Reggie Bullock, Luka Doncic out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Dwight Powell, and it's Finney Smith in at the four-man position. And for the Warriors, at the guard spots, it's Curry and Thompson. Kuminga out there with Wiggins, and it's Looney in at the center filling out the middle. And tonight's game, like so many, could come down to the three-point shooting for each team. Greg, there are debates as to whether that style alone can win you a championship in the NBA.
Well, Kevin, there's never a substitute for balance, and coaches and players are too smart. You have to keep your opponents guessing, but leave no doubt the three-pointer is here to stay.
Thompson dishes to Kuminga. And a wide-open look here for Wiggins. Misses the three. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
Well, let's give some credit to the coaching staff as well, recognizing the weaknesses in that defense and going after each one of them.
And, Kevin, everybody's dissected Luka's offensive game, trying to find that weakness. And I'm just here to tell you, I don't think he has it.
Here's Looney. He's coming off a 13-point game against Denver.
And we have to mention his rebound. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low.
And the play of Doncic drawing comparisons to so many all-time greats. But, Greg, the one that stood out to me, they said he's a combination of Larry Bird and Magic Johnson. What do you think?
And it just makes sense. With his passing and shooting, you throw in the step-back game of James Harden, you start to see why he has become such a problem for this league.
Kuminga kicks to Curry. Pass to Wiggins. From downtown. And another three for Golden State.
Well, the consistency of Stephen Curry's jump shot is so fluid. Doesn't matter if it's rise and fire, catch and shoot. Either way, he's good.
Now here's Powell. 8 points his last outing. Passes it to Brunson. Doncic outside. Just 5 to shoot. There's the triple. Fires from 14. Begins with the block.
But using every bit of that 7-foot wingspan, Wiggins airmailing it back.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Bertans comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Brown, he's checked in for Reggie Bullock. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Jalen Brunson. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Now, here's Poole. He's guarded closely. Payton kicks to Porter. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
The length and athleticism of Otto Porter, able to weather the contact. Terrific strength on that one.
Porter with the steal. The pass to Bielitsa. Outside Porter. Over Berton. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with their lead standing at 6. And this Warriors team has an interesting mix of championship vets with hungry young players. Andrew Wiggins spoke about that great dynamic.
The best on our team love to teach. The good player, they're always telling us why we did it, why you should do this, why you should do that. So it's been a lot of learning and also been very exciting for the young players.
Agreed. No doubt Wiggins has been soaking up that wisdom. Greg stepping up his game in the process.
Yeah, a big culture shift coming from Minnesota, and he's blossomed under the tutelage of these Hall of Famers.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
Well, as a shooter, when the ball is sent back in your direction enough times, it can certainly have an impact on your mind.
On the court for the Mavericks. On out there with Davis Bertans. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then there's Maxi Kleber. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 1. Dinwiddie wide open. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Warriors leading by 9. Iguodala, the pass to Curry.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
We play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. And that one's good. Wiggins.
Well, Curry's ability to find an open teammate and put the ball exactly where it needs to be. Such a pretty pass.
And Greg, some players say they watch the standings. Others say they ignore them. Which side were you on?
You know, at times I did a little of both, but I typically wanted to watch, especially when my team was relevant. There was a couple of years where I had no desire at all to see where our team was because I knew we were pretty close to the bottom.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
I think the other thing they've had going for them is their passing. Plenty of their baskets have come off assists.
Doris, one thing you and I love about Davis Bertans is accurate three-point shooting.
Well, let's be real. In the modern NBA, there may be no more value to skill than range shooting. Now, when you couple that with Davis's size, look out, folks.
Thompson from long range. And another three for Golden State.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Pass to Bertans. From deep. Warriors with the rebound. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
Rough game defensively. I mean, they lost a lot of the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
I'll tell you this, if you're going to allow your opponent to make that many shots, you have got to be as solid on the offensive end, and clearly they were not.
Here's Finney Smith following the basket by Andrew Wiggins. Here's Bullock. Wiggins with the block. And here we go. Fast break. Wiggins has got it. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Wiggins has got 10 points.
Yeah, with those long strides, Andrew Wiggins so dangerous in transition.
Pass to Dinwiddie. And they get it. Cranes the three-pointer.
Dinwiddie.
Dinwiddie's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
Curry looking around. Thompson right side. The tray. Another three for Golden State.
And how many times have we seen this? Curry always has an answer from three.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors. Their lead at 15 going into the break. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting. They've been dialed in so far from the field. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Steve. A good rhythm for you in the first half. What do you like most about how your team's competing?
Just like the ball movement, you know, the driving kick. Our guys have played really well together. Just trying to move the ball, get a great shot.
We'll see if you can keep the ball flying around as we continue. Thanks. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Thanks for stopping by, everybody. The story tonight, everything, and I mean everything, is working well for the Golden State Warriors.
They're getting everything they could ask for at the perimeter. Finding open shots, making the defense look foolish, honestly. You don't like to say that, but that's what they're doing. But that defense has to adapt. The threes will just keep coming down if they don't.
All right, and now let's get to this first half and talk about the players who are leading their respective teams.
I mean, who doesn't love a five-star matchup like this? Both players showing their competitive nature, igniting their teammates' fire with these performances. Expect this level of play to continue in the second half.
And that'll do it for our halftime show. Let's get you back out to the game.
Where's Crafty? Where's my mac and cheese?
Right there with you, brother. I need my kale salad, though.
Kale salad. Mac and cheese. Veritable twins. I'm opting for the blue cheese lasagna.
Ooh, what is that?
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at Andrew Wiggins in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, he's been nothing short of a wall at the rim so far in this one, single-handedly providing great rim protection.
If he is in the area, he's going to challenge your shot. He's going to block it, alter it. He's going to have an impact.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Sharing the wing spots, it's Thompson and Wiggins. Looney out there with Kuminga. And it's Curry in at the point. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Now, here's Doncic. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Shot clock at 5. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And you know you're special when you're drafted third and people still can't believe you slipped that far. That's how good Doncic has been in his young career.
That one is off. And Greg, at the time of the 2018 draft, Luka Doncic was regarded as the best international prospect ever.
And that sounds right because, you know, coming from Europe, a lot of people assume that he's got a low ceiling, but he's surpassing all those expectations.
And he sinks the second.
You know, watching Luka Doncic, you see someone who has got extraordinary feel for the game of basketball. Knows when to score it, knows when to pass it. His vision and his big-time shot making are all incredible.
Now, here's Thompson. He has 6. Count the basket. Thompson's got 8 points.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
There's Kuminga. Misses off the left iron. Mavericks trail by 16.
2 minutes.
Brunson kicks to Bullock. Powell with the screen. Here he goes. And Looney sends it back. That's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile one block.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for the Warriors. Payton comes in for Curry, then for the Mavericks. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. And it's Sterling Brown in for Reggie Bullock. Brunson against Thompson. The three for Doncic. No good there. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. This game is finished. They'll be off to Portland taking on the Trailblazers. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Endorse that flow state that athletes can achieve where you're in a groove. When you played and you really had it going, what was it like?
You know what, Kevin, I love the descriptions of players like Damian Lillard or Steph Curry when they are really cooking. They talk about the basket is the size of the ocean, that they hear no noise, they see no defenders. They are simply in this state where all the work they've put in has come to pay dividends, and it's so unique and so amazing to watch.
That's good from Peyton. Some changes for Golden State. Bielitsa comes in for Kevon Looney, and it's Iguodala in for Andrew Wiggins. Both good from the line that time. Greg, you've got the unique opportunity right now to watch your son Cole follow in your footsteps. What has changed for players now versus when you played?
Well, I think the players today are so much smarter, and they prepare to be pros at such an earlier age. And honestly, I think that's one of the advantages our league has. You know, you don't have to teach these guys responsibility. You don't have to teach them the game. But they are ready, willing, and able to work to achieve their goals.
And here is Doncic after the three-pointer from Andre Iguodala. Back to Doncic. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Once he's inside that painted area, you can see the level of aggression from Luka Doncic rise. This guy knows he can score it in there.
Now here's Iguodala. Thompson finds Bielitsa. Back to Thompson. Outside Porter. Iguodala setting the pick for Porter. He takes it in. Sweet little floater. Porter's got his second basket of the night.
Well, obviously the organization wants Porter to get stronger, but showing some clout right there.
Doncic outside, over Peyton, and it comes off the front of the rim.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Thompson for three. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Thompson's got 11.
Lead with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
And Doncic gets it to go.
Boy, at his size, Luka Doncic against a quality contest, able to still finish it.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead, and this one may already have been decided. Warriors lead by 20. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from San Francisco. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for Golden State. On the floor for Dallas, we've got Jalen Brunson. Travis Berton's out there with Powell. Then there's Reggie Bullock, and it's Dinwiddie in at the point guard position.
A triple move gets a little separation, and that's all Wiggins needs. That's pretty.
Dinwiddie passes to Powell. And the NBA dress code introduced back in 2005. Now, player attire straying a bit from business casual. Does that bother you, Greg?
You know, it doesn't bother me because that's where we are as a society. But, man, I can tell you, when I first came in the league, you get fined if you didn't wear dress socks with your suit. So we have come a long way in terms of the evolution of fashion. And you know what? I'm not one for stopping progress.
Knocks down the three ball.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
From 7, The shot's good from Brunson.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Curry passes to Wiggins. Curry attacking. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. 8 points for Stephen Curry.
How about the creativity from Stephen Curry? Decks it, gets past the defense. What a finish.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
That's his
even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Shooting for Dallas, Spencer Dinwiddie, taking 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And back in the day, Greg, Allen Iverson got criticized for devaluing practice. Now we've got healthy players sitting out of games. Has load management gone too far, you think?
Not a practice, but a game. We got guys missing games, Kevin. There's no doubt about it. But honestly, I'm really all for load management in this regard. If I owned a team and I had to invest $200 million in a player, I want to do everything I can to prolong my investment. And the reality is we've got our stars playing at unprecedented lifts at higher levels later in their careers. So I'm all for doing what we can to prolong the careers of our very best players.
You look at the numbers tonight. When Wiggins asserts himself, he's painful to defend.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Warriors.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they'd sink one and then do it again, and that strategy did work.
And so when you look at the season record, this one will tally up win number 43 on the year. And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Andrew Wiggins.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Payton gets the bucket.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Passes it to Brown. He gets that one.
Sterling Brown.
Well, this is what they needed earlier on. At some point, it's too little, too late.
Yeah, but then again, this run came against a team that may have felt it had already won, and you get the sense it let its guard down.
Payton outside, so we see the Warriors taking the game here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
A chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Stephen, this crowd tonight was energized by the show that you put on. What is that connection like?
Have a night like tonight where everything's clicking. Just want to embrace it, and more of a gesture of appreciation because this is a great place to play.
Yeah, it sure is, man, and you guys fed off of it. Thanks. Back to you guys.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. As New Balance presents our player of the game, Andrew Wiggins.